And yeah, you mentioned there Kell Brook taking that 8 years to win a world title. How patient do we have to be with Willy, bearing in mind he's only 20, and we're in a generation where people seem to want everybody fighting for a world title after 12 fights?
Well, that's true, and sometimes that happens, and fighters go on and have a good career. But even though he's a good boxer, he's got to learn a lot of the things. He's got to learn patience, and they all want this glam lifestyle at 22, 23, driving around in big cars and wearing Rolexes. Boxing's a long-term project, and we've had fighters like Johnny Nelson and Junior Witter over the years. What took a long time, they became world champions at 30 years old. So you learn from that, and it's you can't, no matter how good you think your fighter is, you can't be slinging them in at too early age when they're not experienced enough to deal with what's going to come after that. They might have an easy world title fight, or they might be lucky to fight for a vacated title, but what comes after that is where the hard work's going to be. So he'll be good and ready in a few years' time, but in the meantime, it's a building process with him. He's got to be patient. It's not a quick turnaround in boxing. For some people like the Mayweathers of this world and them type of fighters, yeah. And I think young fighters these days, they're on Instagram and social media, looking at all these fighters like, look how short Adrian Broner's store shone. For a period of time he was the best thing, but really he's not amounted to much since. He's like still trying to get his way back into the big time. So once you get there, look at Mayweather. Once he got there, he stayed at the top, and that's what you've got to look for fighters. And sometimes when they're 20 years old and they're seeing other fighters making fortunes and living the high life, they think they should be having that straight away. But it's a game of patience. Look at Liam Williams a couple of weeks back, 26 years old, Mark Efron 27, I think, and great fight. And it maybe came a bit too soon for Mark Efron, but Liam Williams has had 2 defeats. He's learned from that. He's changed his whole perspective on boxing, come to a different place away from where he lives, and turned himself around in just one fight. Willy unbeaten at the minute, and we're going to keep him unbeaten. We're going to work on him, steer him through the danger years like 21, 22, 23. He's only a young lad, plenty of distractions. Luckily he's settled, he's got a girlfriend, he's got a good family around him. We're all level-headed, and that plays a lot in boxing, because you've got nobody whispering in his ear he should be doing this and he should be doing that. He's got good advice from everybody all around. He's got a good manager, Shelley Finkel, got a good promoter, Frank Warren. So it's just a case of getting him through to the point, to the big fights. And I think when he does get that big fight, he will become world champion in a few years' time, and he'll stay there for a very long time.